Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I got another low cap gem for you guys. Now, this is not the first time I talked about this project on this channel, but this is the time where I'm going to dive deeper into this project and tell you exactly why it is a low cap gem. But first, I want to let you know the criteria of making it to the low cap gem list, because I talk about a lot of coins on this channel, but not all of them make it to the low cap gem list. So as you guys know, I always talk about when it comes to my own personal funds, I like to ride these waves in the market, and I try to minimize losses and try to, make sure I'm taking the least amount of risk possible. But in order to make it to the low cap gems list, you have to make it through all that. You have to make it through these market cycles. You can make it through the up and downs, and if you survive the bear market and your community is still with you, and you have a product that, hey, it doesn't matter of the price of your token, people are still going to be using it, that's one of the criteria to making it to the low cap gem list. Good teams, good partnerships, and ultimately something that's going to be around in the future. Now, investing in cryptocurrency gets kind of confusing, but overall we're just investing into the future of what we think the future of infrastructure is, what we think the future of self-driving cars, what we think the future of finance is going to be, what we think the future of decentralized whatever is going to be. That's what we're investing in here. So when I call it a low cap gem, I'm looking for something that is going to be bringing great things in the future and also be a huge opportunity for my bags right now in this bull run that we are currently in. So the coin that I want to talk to you about today, but before we get into that, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, leave a comment in the comment box of a low cap gem that you want me to talk about or you want me to check out. Also, if you want to get into the Telegram group, links in the description for that. Go ahead and sign up for the Patreon. We'll get you in there. If you want to pay in cryptocurrency, $50 for the year, just holla at me. And also go ahead, check out the website, everythingcurrencycrypto.com, if you want to contact me for whatever reason. So today I want to talk to you guys about the Trias coin, or Trias, whatever. I say Trias, that's just how I say it. And right now, as of today, Trias Token is at $17.23. Market cap right now is a low cap gem, below the $40 million low cap gem standard. Getting close to breaking out of that range though. Circulating supply is 2 million right now out of a total of 10 billion. Now what's interesting about 10 million, what's interesting about this is when this coin first released, there was 10 billion of them. They decided to have a community proposal where they were going to burn some of the tokens, a bunch of the tokens, and leave only 10 million of these tokens. But some of those are going to get burned. We'll get into that in a second. So coming down, where can you buy Trias? So when you're looking, where can I buy a coin at? You always come on CoinGecko, find the coin, click right here on markets, and it's going to tell you what exchange it's on. This coin is on Kucoin right now. It's also on PancakeSwap, if you know what that means. But it's on Kucoin right now. I got a link in the description if you're not signed up for Kucoin. But yeah, it's on Kucoin, and right now the price is $17. But what is it? Let's go to the website. So when you come to the website, it brings you here, and I think the best way to understand this project is to go ahead and click right here where it says Trias in a nutshell, and it brings you right here. Now, Trias stands for Trusted and Reliable Intelligent Autonomous Systems. Trias is a full stack decentralized trusted cloud infrastructure and ecosystem for full scale general purpose and enterprise ready applications. Now, what the hell does all that mean, Jay? Are you just reading off the paper? Well, I'll tell you what that means. It is a SaaS. Now, coming to another part of their website where it talks about the token economic vision, and it says right here at the bottom, we invent DSaaS and develop a DSaaS economics that enhance productivity and reduce the virtual. Damn, I can't even read today. Right here it says we invent DSaaS and develop a DSaaS economic that enhances productivity and reduce the cost of virtual operating system and application software services. What does that mean? Okay, it is basically a SaaS. Okay, if you don't know what a SaaS is, let's go right here to Google real quick and look up what is a SaaS. SaaS is a system based entirely on the internet. It is approach to software distribution by which software providers host a combination of servers, databases, and code to create applications. So if you're a coder and you're coming out with an app, you don't want to have your own servers, your own databases, and all this stuff, in a building somewhere that you have to maintenance and you have to keep, so you use the cloud. And there's plenty of applications and apps that use the cloud. Majority of the apps and dApps that we use right now use these type of services, and some of the biggest ones are, looking at the top 10, we got Microsoft, Google, Cisco, Adobe, IBM. And the thing that you'll notice about these is they are centralized. And what Trias is doing is trying to make these decentralized. Now, a lot of people say, well, what's the big deal? Like, we don't really care about, decentralization or whatever. Well, decentralization helps this in many ways. So I don't know if you guys remember, in 2020, there was the big prolonged AWS outage that took out a big chunk of the internet. Now, there was people who were going crazy over this. They say, hey, I can't do this, I can't do that on the internet. It put down a whole bunch of apps, and some of the apps that went down were like Acorns, Adobe Spark, Anchor, Grassdoor, Flickr, let me see, what is it, Coinbase, 1Password, Roku. There was a bunch of apps that basically went down because of this Amazon web shortage right here. The SaaS provider for these apps had an outage, and nobody could use those apps. Now, what the hell? That's super centralized. That means if they fail over there at Amazon, your business, your dApp, whatever you built, can have trouble being used. And that's one of the things that Trias could actually do, is make that whole process decentralized. It is a layer, they call it layer -1, which is below other blockchains. And what is cool about this project is it allows you to have not only just these systems built on top of it, like the apps that are on AWS, but also blockchains. So you can take a blockchain and plug it in and have it like a layer 1, kind of similar to Constellation with their layer 0 concept. So I went into a little bit about the SaaS part of this project. So they're going to be trying to have people build on top of this, and some of the systems that they're going to be building are ERP systems. Now, if you ever worked in any type of shipping or done any type of shipping job or anything like that, then you used the ERP system. If you used like a marketing system at your job, if you're in accounting, chances are different ERP systems, Salesforce, stuff like that. So they are actually building those using the Trias Force ERP, which is part of their project, which is pretty dope. So they have 70 members, 50 engineers, all that good stuff, 40 patents, all that good stuff. So the main thing about this that kind of just excites me is how they take these services and they make them decentralized in a decentralized manner, so that you have these systems that are actually don't have these outages. They don't have a single point of failure. Like, the Bitcoin blockchain has not gone down. It has not stopped since it has been brought into inception. You know what I mean? So that's just something that is a benefit of using something like this over using something like AWS. So the token, this is how the token is all split up right here. You got 30% going to mining. That's cool. Early supporters got 10%. Team gets 10%. Ecosystem gets 10% to build that. That's cool. Foundation gets 20%. They probably deserve it. Seed investors get 8%, and they had a public investors got 6%. So that's pretty cool. But what's interesting about the tokens is something that is going to be built into it that has another burn mechanism on top. So the token supply of this is already very low, only 10 million tokens as of right now. They put half of those tokens on Binance chain, so you can buy those on PancakeSwap if you want to. Now they are trying to be multi-chain operational, so it's not like hating on Ethereum or anything like that. They're trying to work with different chains and things like that, so don't have to worry about it if you're tribal, stuff like that. But Yeah, man, this project is doing pretty good things. The web services thing alone is pretty cool. Trias is also enabling there to be privacy in DeFi. Now, privacy is something that is very big. Now, if I'm a company and I have this ERP system with all my inventory, all my cash flow, all my accounts, my money, information, people's names and stuff like that, that's private data. I cannot have that getting out there, and that's one of the things that, you know, blockchains are going to need if some of these enterprise solutions are going to be really used. We're going to need more privacy to protect that data. Right now, normal people don't really know how to read the data in a blockchain, but if you're somebody who wants to hack that data, I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. So there needs to be some privacy solutions in these blockchains, and Trias is doing that. So that's another added plus on top of this token. Now, the Trias Force is the first BSaaS built on the Trias blockchain. It is an enterprise-grade application that is currently being used around the world. So they got the security, the audit, and the ERP system. I talked about the ERP system a little bit ago. They got open source with Odoo. Odoo is an open source business management software, which is pretty cool, being used by a lot of people. Another thing, they have this article in Forbes where they talk about how the changing regulatory landscape, how China's basically trying to get all into blockchain. This is always a talk about China getting into blockchain, and what's cool about Trias is they're actually helping the Chinese government to understand what decentralization is. And right here you can see that the founder and chief executive officer of Trias said in an interview with Forbes that we are trying to explain to them that decentralization in blockchain is not decentralization of the management. It could be understood as decentralization of the technology. So they have nice ties with the government, helping them understand this stuff. And I'm pretty sure they might, sneak a little, hey, why don't you use our product if you're going to do something? So I think that'll be pretty cool. And it's decentralized anyway, which is pretty dope. So now the last thing I want to talk about that is pretty exciting about this project is the Trias grant system and the quadratic funding. And the cool thing about this is when you do votes on projects like decentralized projects, it's usually like, hey, one token to one vote. So basically, if I'm a whale and I have majority of the tokens, or if I'm rich and I have majority of the value in that platform, then my vote holds all the say, which in the long run is not really fair for some of the smarter people who just have less money, who have, who want to get their voice heard. So they actually are developing this system where the votes can kind of be evened out in a different kind of way. Just thought I might throw that in there. But looking at the Trias grant system, it's a decentralized funding platform initiated by the foundation, and it has launched already. They had one project already on there, and it sold out, and they had about 900 and something Trias granted toward the project. So that was pretty cool. Now, what I think is cool about this is that Trias tokens will be needed for the votes as well as the grants, creating an economic model and a dynamic exchange for the tokens. But what's cool how it's going to work is you'll put those tokens into like a stake or whatever. Say I got like 20 Trias and I want to, kind of crowdfund this project. If the crowdfunding goes through, if it reaches the cap, I will get the tokens of the project, and hopefully they'll come through on their promises, and then I'll get paid off of that. Now, if it doesn't go through, if enough people just don't like it, it doesn't make enough money, I'll get my Trias tokens back. What happens to the Trias tokens that I put up for the grant that I traded for this new token? Will those get burnt? So if there's only 10 million tokens and there's tokens getting burnt in this grant system, then that's just another way for the tokens to appreciate on the secondary market. So they have utility, token, use case, and you have a deflationary system set up in place to just make this thing go crazy. Going back to CoinGecko, the market cap is only $34 million. The supply is only 10 million tokens. Now, so this has so much potential. Out of a lot of the coins that I talked about recently, this is one of the ones that I think has some of the most potential. So let me know what you guys think about this project. There's so much to unwrap about this token. Just wanted to spew out a bunch of information all over the place, help you guys understand it a little bit better. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment box. Also, one thing to note, the trading volume is almost as high as the market cap. That's pretty interesting to me, right? They are only $6 million off. That's pretty crazy. So like and subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let me know if there is a low cap gem that you think I should look at. Shout out to the person in the Telegram group who put me up on Trias in the beginning where I started doing my research. If you want to get in the Telegram group, links in the description for that. Till next time, peace.